it's developing its own lows that are increasing, which depicts an uptrend. But current things that it broke out from the resistance here at the 491 level. It broke out from this level, 550. Then today, it cleared this level. So it not just broke out from 491, 551, and 600, it also broke past the 20-day moving average. It broke past the 50-day moving average. Now, it's going to try to clear. The next target price is now at the 700 to 706 mark. Hey guys, we're back for another stocks by request, but this video will center on the highlight of the day. As you all know, Manila Water, MPI, Ayala Corp massively moved up, and pretty much it's because of what Duterte mentioned yesterday. We're going to talk more about that in a bit. We're going to talk about the trigger for what caused the stock, what did Duterte say, and what the technicals are telling us based on price action based on sentiment, because everything we need to know is found on the charts. But before that, I'm gonna run you through what happened on the market, what are foreigners buying, are foreigners selling, what's happening to the broad index, and we're gonna go to the nitty gritty of the stocks that I wanted to discuss. So before that, also, my name is Marvin Germo. I'm a stock market trader and investor, and I've been in the markets for more than a decade now. And the heart of the and goal of why I create YouTube videos on a daily basis is I just want to educate you, share my thoughts, share my ideas. That from all of this analysis, I do hope that this is something that would help you. This is something that would benefit you in terms of you trading and investing, because I really believe the stock market is one of the greatest asset classes that if it's used properly, if it's used with the right information, executed with the right acumen, with the right experience, and with the right tools, it's something that could help you develop a steady cash flow over a period of time, or it's something that can help you grow wealth. So if you want to know more about this, super appreciate it if you could subscribe and smash the bell, so that when you hit the bell, it alerts you every time I create a new video. It alerts you, it reminds you that hey, a new video is coming out. So if you like pure stock market content, I would appreciate it if you could subscribe and hit the bell. Or if you like other topics with regards to personal finance, investing, entrepreneurship, success, life stories, how people became rich, how to save money, that's on my second channel. It's called Marvin Germo Podcast. I have also a link in the description below. You can click that. Super appreciate it if you could subscribe to that too. I just opened that a few days before the lockdown. It's currently at 2,000 subscribers, and I'm trying to grow it because I really believe that not a lot of people will invest in the stock market yet if they're in debt, if they don't have savings, if they don't have the right mindset towards money, and that's what that channel is there for. So it would be amazing if you guys could be part of both channels, and I really do hope that I add tremendous value to all of you. So, first things first, the PSEI closed at 5,671. It's up 1.79%. Value turnover, though, is at 5.4 billion. It's not yet where we want it to be. No, it's not at the highest point. But if there's one thing that I'd like to point out that's very, very interesting, is that uh, first time in a very, very long time, we have more foreigners starting to buy. They were net buyers today. I repeat, foreigners were net buyers today. This is something that they haven't done in a very very long time. And I wanna drill in though on that one of the top stocks that have virtually moved up were Ayala Corp, Metro Pacific Investments, and Manila Water. So just to backtrack, just to refresh everyone's memory, that even before the coronavirus, these three stocks were already battered down. These three stocks were already sold down, not because of what's happening on the trade war. You have to remember from last year, the main storyline was the trade war. But sometime in December, there were some issues with Manila Water. There were some issues with Maynilad that caused MPI, which owns shares in Manila. DMC also owns shares in Manila. Then you have Ayala Corp, and then you have Manila Water. Ayala Corp owns shares in Manila. As you all know, the arbitration case, the government wanted to stop the contracts of Manila Water and Manila. They also wanted to review them, that they might be replaced. Unang-una, they're not gonna be paid the money that they won. Second is the rate hike won't happen, and third, there was a threat on their concession. Now, one of the things that made their stocks push up today is basically yesterday. As you all know, every Monday, Duterte makes an announcement in the news and talks about what happens during the lockdown. Then he also made an apology directed towards the Ayalas, Manila Water, also towards Manny Pangilinan, MPI, Maynilad. That being said, I've been saying this over and over that Manila Water, Ayala Corp, MPI are fundamentally sound companies. And one of the reasons why they were down was because of the uncertainty on how their contracts will be, was because of the uncertainty because Duterte was against them. And that's what caused a lot of people who were not willing to buy it higher. You have to remember, investors do not like uncertainty. Every time there's uncertainty, it would cause them to stay away from a position, no matter how undervalued it is, no matter how fundamentally sound it is, no matter how defensive it is, no matter how good the prospects of the company are. If there's uncertainty, if there's political risk, people will want to weather the storm first. People would want to stay away first. People would want not to do anything with the stock first until they see some clarity. Now, fast forward to Duterte's apology. This gave some positive sentiment to the market, showing that since the company is actually fundamentally sound, since the company is actually undervalued, since the company is actually good, and then the political uncertainty is now set aside, then there's nothing stopping us from buying the stock anymore. There's nothing that's scary already, with the exception of the coronavirus. But if you notice this from the previous videos that I've mentioned, MPI, Maynilad, Ayala Corp, Manila Water, they're basically utilities. They're basically defensive. They're basically, since everyone is stuck at home, they won't buy clothes, they won't buy shoes, they won't buy perfume, they won't have a haircut, but they'll still use water. They'll still wash dishes. Uh they'll still have their clothes washed also. And hopefully, even though you're locked down, you're still taking a bath. And since people are still taking a bath, consumption for Manila Water and Manila will continue to go up. So this is basically good news for these companies as a whole. Now, let me show you the charts all together. I'm going to show you the chart of Ayala Corp. I'm going to show you the chart of Manila Water, and I'm going to show you the chart of MPI. So, should there be more positive sentiment, there's an expectation that more buyers bring the prices up. Since there's an expectation that more buyers bring the prices up, it will try to push and go higher. So the next thing that I'm gonna plot basically are the resistance levels, because a couple of things could possibly happen as more buyers start coming in. Stocks would go up. As it starts going up, there will be people still that will take profits, and when people start taking profits, when people start selling, again, no matter how positive it is, more sellers bring the prices down, and the selling may possibly happen at number one, where the resistances are. That's one. Or where there could be a possible reversal from the downtrend to it could to it reversing going up. So that's what we're gonna see. I'm also gonna plot in the support level, so that when you start seeing it start to hit those resistances and it starts to go down, the next possible area for it to go will be at the support level. So let's take a look at it. Comment below if you are excited. Comment below if you own the stock. Comment below what do you like more, Ayala Corp, MPI, or MWC. But let's start first with Manila Water. So I'm gonna plot this from a longer time horizon, so you see it better. So this is where the breakdown started. This was the breakdown from November. As you can see, this is the 17.7 level. That will be a resistance that we have to peg. Then you have this resistance level here at the 15 peso level. Then another resistance here at the 11 point somewhere 75 level. Then you have your support here. Then you have another support here. Then you have another support here. If you notice this, the sell down in March from the coronavirus wasn't strong enough to bring it from the sell down that we have here. There's one thing though that I'd like to note before I show you and zoom in. You see this low, and you see this other low here, and you see this other low here. This is a depiction of lows that are starting to increase. This is a depiction of a stock that's trying to move towards an uptrend of sorts. So if you try to notice here, it's now starting. It's just that there's still the 200-day moving average here that's trying to block its possible way. And if I'll try to zoom out here, zoom out even further, even just from this perspective, now you see that it has to still break out from this massive downtrend that it's trying to push, and it's trying to that's trying to prevent it from going up. So please remember, the trend is your friend. The only time we see massive push-ups for a stock is when we see legit reversals. So this is where we are for Manila Water. This is the increase that it's having, but it needs to break out from certain resistance levels and certain trend lines for it to be legitimately up. Now, if you look at Manila Water from a short-term perspective, you will see this. The movement up just pushed it toward the resistance level, which is at the 11.7, 73, 75 level. So please remember, for those who attended our Stock Smart sessions, or for those who read my book, you know that I've mentioned that resistances are basically areas where people sell. It's an area also where there's more selling. It's not a price point, but it's a price range. So somewhere near 11.7, 11.73, 11.75, as you all know, people are selling there. As more people are selling there could be a possibility that you see the prices start to go down. So current thing is, if Manila Water has a sell down tomorrow, current movement will just bring it back here where their support is at the 10.3 level. If it continues its movement up, it continues its breakout, current trajectory will bring it to the 12.65 level, meaning breakout from the 11.7 mark will bring it to 12.65. Breakout from the 12.65 mark will bring it here to the 15, at least the 15 peso level. So please remember, current resistance right now is at the 11.75 level. Breakout from the 11.75 level will bring it to 12.65. Breakout from 12.65 will bring it to the 15 level. Selling happening here will bring it to the 10.3 level. If it breaks past the 10.3 level, it could retest and go to this trend line that it's trying to form. So those are the strategic areas on where Manila Water could go. I highly suggest, while I'm doing this, I hope that your charts are open or you're writing it down, because not by any means are this stock picks. This is here for you guys to start learning and start analyzing it on your own. This should be a reference point that it helps you gain the conviction that you can actually trade it on your own. So that's Manila Water. Now, let's look at and let's proceed to MPI. For MPI, it's quite clear. The difference is, by the way, it's also doing this, no? It's trying to slope up also. But let me put the certain support levels. This is a support level. This is a support level. This is a resistance level. This is another support level. This is another resistance level. Then you have another resistance level here. So what you saw MPI did today was it broke out. MPI closed at 285, 2.85. It broke out from this 2.79 resistance level. Now your next target price now will be somewhere around here. Target will be at the 2.9/3 peso level. Breakout from that. There's a possibility, a narrative that it could be stopped at the 3 peso level. If not, next target price will be at the 3.25 level. Breakout from the 3.25 level, it could go to the 3.5 level. So I repeat, certain resistances will be 3 pesos, 3.25, and 3.5. 3 pesos, 3.25, 3.5. Next support levels will be 2.45 and the 2.27 level. So please remember, please take note of that. Please, and very, very important that you don't just look at it from a news level. It also has to be triggered by what the fundamentals are. The fundamentals of MPI and Manila Water are very, very good. It's just that the disclosure from yesterday is what's gonna push it further higher, because it removes uncertainty. But nonetheless, we don't base our trades on something that we don't see. We guess on. We base our trades based on what the charts are telling us, and the charts are telling us that it broke out from 2.8, that the next resistance is 3, that the next resistance after that is 3.25, and the next resistance after that is a 3.5 level. So there, that's where we are currently for MPI. Comment below if you're learning. Comment below if this is something that's basically helping you, and I'll just keep you updated, no, on this current trajectory for all of these stocks, and we're just gonna make more videos on top of that for all of you guys. Next is, let's look at Ayala Corporation. So by the way, while this is happening, there's a disclosure already by the NTC about ABS-CBN. If you want me to make a video on ABS-CBN, comment them below. If we get comments on ABS-CBN, I'll try to post another video an hour after this. So if this is coming out at 9 p.m., expect another video for ABS-CBN, most likely at the 10 p.m. mark, where we're gonna talk about what the charts are saying and what the news disclosure is. Now let's go. I want this video to be on the positive note, no, for certain stocks. So for ABS, it may not be as positive, but for Manila Water, for MPI, and for Ayala Corp, it's very, very positive. So for Ayala Corp, same thing. It's developing its own lows that are increasing, which depicts an uptrend. But current things that it broke out from the resistance here at the 491 level. It broke out from this level, 550. Then today, it cleared this level. So it not just broke out from 491, 551, and 600, it also broke past the 20-day moving average. It broke past the 50-day moving average. Now, it's going to try to clear. The next target price is now at the 700 to 706 mark. Another area that you can point out is the 757 level. Then you can also look at this as the next resistance at around the 800 peso mark. So resistances to watch out for: 705, 757, 800. It also needs to clear the 100-day moving average and the 200-day moving average. But if it breaks past the 200-day the 805 mark, which puts it above the 200-day moving average, then it has a clearer picture already that, hey, it's actually starting to reverse already. And if I'll try to put and plot the trend line here, it's still not yet clear of this downtrend that we're actually seeing. But this slope up is something that's very, very in all intents and purposes, very, very interesting, because it makes it more uh, bullish. It's already developing lower highs. And again, that's all we need. That's all we want. We want clear formations, clear reassurances from the charts on where the technicals are leading us. And what we do know right now from Ayala Corp is it's starting to develop. It's starting. Its lows are starting to increase. It's starting to go up. It's above the 20 and 50-day moving average. MACD is already starting to get bullish. It's starting to form in a short-term uptrend, but the long-term trend is still pretty much down. It still has to break past the 100-day and 200-day moving averages. And based on support and resistance, the next resistances to watch out for: 705, 757, 799. If it stays above the 600 level, then pretty much those resistance levels are in play. If it fails to hold the 600 level, then it could retrace back to 550, where the support I plotted is currently at, and where the 20-day moving average is. So I hope you guys are learning. I hope that you guys see how news impacts stocks as well. But even if you don't look at the news and you just look at the charts will tell you everything you need to know. That's why I'm a big fan of technical analysis, because everything you need to know is found in what the charts are telling you. Everything you need to know is depicted on what the technicals are saying. That's why you don't need to guess, you don't need to speculate, you just need to follow what the charts are saying. So there. So I hope you guys got a lot of value from all of this. I have 3 online courses now. One online course which will be a Zoom live session with Sean C. It's in the description below. It's happening, I think, this Friday or the Friday after this. We're gonna talk about the business and investing landscape based on the coronavirus. Then we have another online course with Chinkitan. It's called Stock Market for Everyone. It's a Tagalog stock market course. The link is in the description below. Then third is Make Money, Grow Money. It's with Sean C. Also, it's a basic course on starting your own business. It's a basic course on trading the stock market. Then it's a, I think, 5-hour course that will basically push you and encourage you to start investing in your own business or in the stock market. And lastly, I have books, 5 books, all available via Shopee. Link is in the description on how you can order and grab a copy. Aside from those 5 books, if you want to order outside Shopee, meaning Shopee does not cater to your area, there's another link beside that you can click, and it will send the books wherever you are in areas that are not covered by Shopee. And lastly, two YouTube channels. One is this one where you're watching all of this. The second one is Marvin Germo Podcast. The link is in the description. Appreciate it if you could subscribe and be part of this community of Filipinos learning the rudiments of investing and trading. And if this video gave you so much information, appreciate it if you could like, press a thumbs up, so it helps the YouTube algorithm show it to more and more investors out there. So that's it for now. This is Marvin Germo. I hope this video helps you. Trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.